Why don't we come onto our backs? Let's start with the knees bent. The arms can be relaxed by your side or resting on your belly or your chest or both, whatever you like. And I invite you to close your eyes. Dropping into the sensation of your body touching the ground. Feeling all the bones sinking through the flesh toward the earth. And then feeling the breath. Slow and deep and smooth. Let the belly contract down toward the spine on the exhale. Allow the inhale to be deep enough that it flows all the way to the chest. And then we'll start with some core strengthening. And we're going to coordinate it with the breath. That's an important part. So I'm going to do it with my hands crossed on my chest. If that's too hard for you, you can have your arms extended out in front. And if you want to work even harder, the arms can be overhead for part of it. You'll see what I mean. It won't be possible to keep them overhead for all of it. So I think we've done this before, but not much, so I'll review. We're inhaling as we're down, and then we're exhaling and coming up 2/3 of the way. Inhaling down, exhaling up 2/3 of the way. Inhaling down, exhaling all the way up, and then slowly lowering. Inhaling really deep, lowering, lowering slowly. So again, the arms can be here or here. When you're lifting, the arms overhead doesn't really work. So do it at your own pace. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Those two are fast, and the third one all the way up, and then slowly lower down. If you need to take a few breaths as you lower, that's fine. Inhaling at the bottom. So I am exhaling out of my mouth on those two rapid ones. Feel free to do that or not. One more. Good. And then when you're done, reach the arms overhead, straighten the legs, stretch long. Breathe deeply into the belly. That's what's going to stretch those muscles, the breath. And then stretch out long through the right arm, slightly bending to the left. And then stretch out long through the left arm, slightly bending to the right. Come center and clasp your hands behind the back of your head. Bend your knees. Place your left ankle on top of your right knee. So we're going to do a crunch in this position. You can either do it in one motion or in two. So I'll demonstrate. Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling crunch. If you want to isolate the lower abdominals more, you do it in two motions. Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling, lift, then lift. Inhale down. So first peeling up the lower body, then peeling up the upper body. Great. Continue on your own. Last one. Good. Now keep the ankle on the knee. Clasp your hands behind the back of the leg and lift your right foot to the height of the knee. Breathe deeply. And then press your right foot toward your left foot. Contrasting the breath with how it was when we were working on the abdominals. Really taking your time and imagine spreading the breath into the stretch. Maybe closing the eyes and feeling where the tightness is. And directing your attention as though you're directing your breath into that place. Good. Then release the clasp of your hands. Lower that left foot down. Sorry, that right foot down. And then walk the right foot all the way out to the right. And then let both knees drop down. Reach the right arm overhead, stretching long from knee to hand. And then curl the outer edge of the right foot up toward the left foot. And release the left foot. And both feet on the ground. And then we'll do the other side. So left foot on top of the right knee, hands behind the back of your head. And again, you can do a single crunch or a two-step crunch. You decide. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as you come up. One more. Good. And then stay in that position. Bring your hands behind the back of your right leg, lifting your right foot to the height of the knee. Flex both feet. And on the exhale, press the right foot toward the left foot. Slow the breathing down. Expand the inhale. Feel the body, feel the stretch. On the exhale, the right foot presses toward the left foot. I know that I'm pretty sure that I'm saying it wrong. So hopefully you figured that out and you're doing whichever side we didn't already do. Release your hands, lower your foot down, and walk it all the way out to the side, to the left. And then let the knees drop down. Extend the left arm overhead. Good. Reach long from the knee to the hand. So those two ends are extending away from each other. And then curl the outer edge of your left foot toward your right foot. Good. And release. Planting both feet, both knees bent. Good. Take the arms up overhead toward the sky. Not overhead, up toward the sky. Good. And then lift your hips, press into your feet. And then lift your right leg up, not up toward the sky. Keep the knees alongside of each other. Press down into the left foot, lift your hips. Now lift the leg, take the arms overhead, and then slowly lower the leg down, keeping the hips up. Keeping the hips up. Feel the strength in your buttock. Once the foot comes all the way to the ground, bend that leg. If you need to rest, you can lower and lift back up or just stay lifted and then straighten the left leg. Take the arms up toward the sky. Steady, slow, rhythmic breath. And then arms overhead, leg all the way up. Keep the hips lifted. Slowly lower the left leg down. Steady, slow, long breath. Feel the strength in that right buttock. Once the left foot comes down, bend the knees. Take the arms back up toward the sky. Good. And then lift the hips higher, 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 higher. Keep lifting. And then slowly lower down, releasing your buttocks to the floor. Take a breath in, and then peel yourself up, reaching your arms past your thighs. Keep the arms forward for a moment. Lean back. Take the feet off the ground. Start with the feet, the height of the knees. Then if you want, you can straighten the legs. If you want to work harder, lift the arms. Try to keep your chest lifted. Good. And then lay the feet down and arms up. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, fold forward. Rest your hands. Good. So really want you to concentrate on creating a contrast between the lower body working and the upper body not working. So we're really going to press those heels forward. We're really going to press those thighs down. The legs are really engaged. And then we just breathe long and extend out through the head. And exhale slow, draw the navel in and relax. Inhale, press down through the thighs and out through the heels and long through the crown of the head. Exhale, draw the navel in, relax. Now clasp your hands behind the back of your head and let your elbows hang toward the ground. When you inhale, continue to press out through the heels and down through the thighs, but also press the back of the head into the clasped hands. Exhale, relax. Release the hands. Slowly roll up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands to the ground behind you with the fingers pointing forward. Lean back into the hands and then spin the elbows in toward each other, rolling the shoulders back, folding the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Lift the chest if you can, drop the head back and lift the hips. Press your toes down to the floor, maybe even try to touch the toes to the floor, and then either breathe deep, slow breaths or a breath of fire, rapid breaths pumping the navel. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward again. And I want you to imagine that you're walking with your feet a little bit. So just press forward through the right foot, feeling that hip come forward, then press forward through the left foot. Just kind of taking little steps. Good. And then come all the way up. Reach the arms up. And exhale, lower down. Sitting tall, feet flexed, hands resting on the ground beside you. Lift the chest. Pull the chin back a little bit. Good. Now we're going to try to rock on our spines and come from rocking to standing without touching the hands to the ground. So you start by bending your knees and bring your hands to your knees and just get enough momentum. And then when you're ready, when you plant your feet, plant them a little bit wider, and that'll help you get up. Coming all the way up to standing. Great. Okay. And stand with your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Not huge wide stance, but a little wider. Bend your knees a little bit. And we're going to twist from side to side, arms out to the side. Looking all the way over your shoulder. Following your hands behind you with your eyes. Keep going. Good. Now come to center, arms both out to the side, and step the feet even wider. Bending now deeply in the knees. Bend the elbows. Pull the navel in and drop the sit bones down. Just holding, just holding. Good, now place your hands at the tops of your thighs. So you're making like claw hands and they're going right at the creases there. On an inhale, you're gonna press down to lift your spine taller. Pull your shoulders back. Exhale out of the mouth and fold. Inhale, press down, roll the shoulders up and back. Exhale. Continue like that. And come back up. Step together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Clasping the hands, extending the index fingers, breathing in. Holding the breath. Holding, holding, holding. When you need to exhale, fold forward, releasing the hands down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, clasping the hands again. Holding the breath, holding the breath, holding the breath. Now pull up from the navel, pull up from the base of the spine. Press the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Press, press, press. Roll your eyes up. Holding, pressing, pressing, pressing. Holding as long as you can. When you need to exhale, release the arms down by your side. Close the eyes and just take some deep, slow Ujjayi breaths. Good. We'll work a little bit more with the breath retention, bending into the knees. Inhale the arms forward. Exhale, make fists, hold the breath, pump. You do this for as long as you can hold your breath, and when you need to exhale, you just relax the hands down. Once you've released and relaxed your hands down, take a breath and then start again. Inhale, arms forward, holding the breath, pumping. Sometimes if you swallow, that kind of helps you hold the breath a little bit longer. And then just stand with the eyes closed. Feeling the body, feeling the sensations. And then step your legs wide on the mat. So rather than straddling your mat, maybe turn sideways depending on how your mat is. And have the heels be as wide as the baby toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then on an exhale, we're going to fold over that right leg. Scoop the lower belly in and up on the exhale, releasing the body over. And then if you want, you can reach out long through the left arm and really feel that left hip pulling away from the left hand. Good. Now we're going to take it into a twist, and I'm going to give you a couple of options. If that left hand can come to the floor, have it come to the floor. If not, just have it come onto the right leg. And we're going to bring the right hand onto the right hip. Now, for those of you who are more flexible, another option is to lower your left elbow all the way down to the floor. It's not for everyone, just giving you that option for those who can and want. And then as we inhale, we're going to really lengthen, extending out through the chest. And then as we exhale, we turn, tucking the left ribs under toward the right knee, and then lifting the right arm up. Gazing at the hand. And then release the hand down, walk it all over to the left leg. First, just hanging over, scooping the belly as you exhale. First, just that. Slow the breathing down. Now, if you want to reach out through the right hand, go ahead, pulling back that right hip, getting that nice long, yummy diagonal stretch. Head relaxes down. Torso releases over. Good. Now, the left hand comes to the left hip. The right hand comes either near the foot, on the leg. And again, if you want, the elbow can come down. And we'll inhale and lengthen through the torso. Feel the chest moving away from the navel. And then as you exhale, tuck those right ribs under, aiming them for the left knee, and take the left arm up, gazing at the thumb. Breathing deep. Good. And release down, come center, and fold. And then shift your weight back toward your heels. Sink your ribs. Shift your weight back to center, and then walk your hands forward, coming into a wide-legged downward dog. Come forward until it feels like your heels almost want to come up off the floor. And then, of course, pushing into the hands, sending the hips back. And then drop the left hip down. That's it. Drop the head. Left hip down. Both legs are straight. Both hands are working. You're just lowering that left hip. And then change, lowering the right hip. And back to center. Walk the hands back in and over toward the right foot. And we'll pivot, coming into a runner's lunge to start. Your left leg is back, your right knee is bent, and your left leg is super, super straight. Good. Now, lift up, starting with the hands on the right leg. Now, sink your hips as low as you can and push back through that left heel, straightening the leg. Now, aim your left hip a little bit for your right knee, and then reach up through the left hand. Press back through the heel even more. Deepen the breath. And then reach over to the right, opening those left ribs. Now we're going to hook that left elbow over the right leg. Palm to palm, right elbow up. Inhale deep, lift through your chest. Exhale, twist. Look up and back. Keep pressing back through your left heel. Come center, do not touch the hands down. Now touch the hands down. Shift your weight forward, kicking your back foot up, walk the hands forward, lift all the way up. So your hands and your front foot are kind of in a triangle for balance, and you're lifting your left leg up. Now you can see if you want to increase the balance and maybe bring your left hand off the ground, maybe wrap it around your right shin, bringing your forehead closer to your right knee, lifting higher through your left leg. Good. If you have only one hand on the ground, bring both. Bend your front knee, step your left foot back, step your right foot back, take plank and hold. And belly to spine. If you need to be in half plank with the knees on the ground, that's fine. Especially now as we begin to lower into chaturanga, the knees may need to come down. If not, just bend the elbows by your side, lowering down. And holding there. And then push into your hands, roll to the tops of your feet, Only the hands and the feet are on the ground if you want to be an upward dog, or you can bring your knees and hips down if you'd rather be in cobra. Stretch up through the eyes. Try to look at the wall behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Curl the toes. Come into downward dog. Good. And now bring the left foot forward. The back leg is super, super straight. Really activate the heel back. And then hands start on that knee. Sink the hips as low as you can. You might even feel a little bend in the back knee, you're so low. And then press back through the heel, straightening the leg. Nice. And then right arm up. From the heel to the fingers, stretching. And then bending across to the left. Deep breath. Press back through the heel. And then come into the twist, hooking the elbow, palm on top of palm. And then with a deep breath, lift up through the chest. Exhale, twist, pressing left hand into right, looking past your left elbow. Push back through that right heel. That's it. Bring the hands center. Touch down. Step back into plank. And then the knees can come down if you need. We're going to bend the elbows and hover halfway toward the floor. And then push into the hands, curling up, rolling onto the tops of the feet, arching into an upward dog, or into a cobra if you prefer. And then curl the toes, come into downward dog. Pushing all 10 fingers, moving the ribs toward the thighs. Dropping the head down. Press the thighs back. Roll the shoulders down the back. Beautiful. Walk the feet forward. And then with your chin tucked and your knees slightly bent, roll yourself up. Reaching up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel the body breathing. And lift your toes and spread them wide. Lower them back down. Shift weight into your left foot. release the hands and turn the right palm to face out, away from the body. With all your weight in your left leg and your eyes gently gazing on one spot ahead, lift your right foot and place the top of the right foot in the palm of the hand, and then bring the knee back down. Lift the left arm up, inhale, exhale, and begin to kick back and up with that right foot, keeping the left arm lifted. Really kicking back with the foot into the hand. Good. Now, without touching down, bring that right knee to the chest. Pull the navel in and down. And then take your gaze down toward the floor and see if you can bring your forehead toward your knee. Move slowly, balancing. And then release down. Close the eyes. Lift the toes, spread them wide, lower them down, and shift weight into the right leg. Turn the left palm to face out and place the left foot in the palm. Bring the knee back down, right arm up. Stretch long, inhale, and then kick the foot back. Don't hinge forward. Instead, find the backward bend by lifting up, reaching up through the right pinky, kicking up and back with that left foot. Good. Now, without touching down, we'll move the spine the other way, pulling the knee up to the chest. Scooping the belly in and down. And then taking your gaze down, one breath at a time, moving slowly, forehead toward the knee. And release it down. Stand, feel, breathe. Drop the chin to the chest. Soften the knees, slowly roll down. Bending deeply into the knees until you can sit all the way onto your buttocks. And then hands around the knees, lean back, chin to chest. Holding on to the knees. So we're not working the abs. We're stretching open the upper back. Breathing into it. And then rolling onto the back, hugging the knees to the chest. Release the feet, lift the hips, tuck them under, release the legs, shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. We'll just let the hands rest out away from the body with the palms out. Let the feet relax, let the eyes close. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, release the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale, relax the jaw. Lips slightly part. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth. Releasing the activity of the mind. And then releasing even the breath. Letting go of doing the breath. And just receiving whatever breath may come. Short, shallow, fast, slow, deep, doesn't matter. Just allow the breath to breathe on its own. And let your mind rest in the feeling of the breath. Literally bring your attention to where the breath is felt in your body and feel the movement, feel the sensation. Track the breath as it comes and as it goes. Each breath deeply relaxed. If the mind wanders, no problem. Just come back to the breath again and again, even more relaxed. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest and rock gently from side to side. And come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll over onto your side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground. Rest your mind and your breath. Noticing how you feel. And then maybe seeing if there's some intention that comes forth in this moment for how you would like to serve your well-being, serve your heart a little more in this next year. And then if you do have an intention, hold it with you as you lift yourself up slowly to sitting. Sinking down through the sick bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Have a wonderfully happy new year.